Welcome to Between the Seasons, a Midsummer Reverie.
Today we're unpacking the languid beauty of the solstice and the ephemeral moments that make the heat worth the wait.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. I'm Clara.
And I'm Marcus. Wherever you're listening from today, whether you're sitting on a shaded balcony, commuting through a bustling city, or simply taking an afternoon walk, we're glad you've tuned in.
Today, Marcus and I wanted to dedicate an entire episode to a subject that is inextricably linked to human emotion, art, and memory, the season of summer. But we aren't just talking about beach holidays or ice cream cones. We want to unpack the actual experience of summer, how it distorts our sense of time, sharpens our senses, and leaves us with a quiet kind of nostalgia before it even ends.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Every season has its own personality, but summer feels almost alive in a way that winter or autumn aren't. There's an effervescent quality to early July. The mornings arrive so early, bathed in a pale, golden light, and suddenly the days feel boundless.
Boundless is the exact word. In winter, we tend to retreat inward. We build cozy walls around ourselves. But summer demands exposure. It invites us out into the world. You step outside on a balmy evening, and you notice how the light lingers. How dusk isn't a sudden door closing, but rather a slow, languid transition from gold to indigo.
Let's talk in this podcast act by act to understand more easily. Let's start with the first one, the sensory tapestry.
Let's talk about the sensory environment for a minute, because summer is profoundly tactile. Clara, what is the single strongest sensory memory you associate with this time of year?
Without a doubt, it's the light. Specifically, the way light behaves through trees. You know that visual effect when you're walking under a thick canopy of leaves, and the afternoon sun creates flickering patches of shade on the ground? That's what we call dappled light. There's something so hypnotic about watching those shadows move in a soft breeze across a verdant lawn. It makes the world look almost painterly.
Oh, absolutely. For me, though, it's the scents. Summer smells are so evocative. There's the obvious ones, sea salt, sun lotion, freshly cut grass. But then there's that moment when a heatwave breaks. You've had weeks of unrelenting sunshine, the ground is completely parched, and suddenly a sudden thunderstorm rolls in over the horizon.
Ah, you're leading up to my absolute favorite word in the English language, aren't you?
I am. The moment those first heavy raindrops hit the warm pavement or dusty soil, this rich, earthy smell rises into the air. That scent is known as Petrichor. It's caused by organic compounds released from dry plants and soil when rain falls. To me, that smell is pure magic. It's almost intoxicating, it instantly resets the mind.
It really does. It's a sudden, refreshing pause in what can otherwise be a heavy, suffocating heat. And that contrast is key. Summer isn't always gentle. It can be fierce, relentless, and incandescent. But when those brief moments of relief come, they feel infinitely sweeter.
And now, we will listen to the second act, time dilation and nostalgia.
Clara, have you ever noticed how summer seems to mess with our perception of time? When we were kids, a summer break felt like an entire lifetime. 3 months seemed to stretch into eternity. But as adults, July vanishes in what feels like the blink of an eye. Why do you think that is?
Psychologists actually talk about this a lot. When we're young, everything is novel. We're constantly processing new experiences, new places, new sensations. That high volume of fresh information creates dense memories, which makes time feel expanded in retrospect. We look back on those halcyon days of childhood and feel like we lived 1,000 adventures in a single July.
Halcyon, what a brilliant word. It carries such a heavy weight of idealization, doesn't it? We look back at those summer days through rose-tinted glasses, remembering only the warmth and forgotten worries, while completely filtering out the bored afternoons or mosquito bites.
Exactly. But even as adults, if we manage to step off the hamster wheel of work and routine, summer still offers a taste of that time-stretching magic. When you spend an afternoon doing nothing more demanding than reading a book in the shade, drifting off into a half-conscious reverie, time slows down again. You aren't watching the clock, you're simply basking in the present moment.
And yet, there's a quiet paradox at the heart of it all, isn't there? The moment we reach the summer solstice, the peak of the light, the longest day of the year, a subtle countdown begins. Even while we're celebrating the peak of heat, we know, deep down, that the days are already beginning to shorten.
That's the inherent tragedy of summer. It is arguably the most ephemeral season. Winter seems to drag on endlessly, but summer arrives with its bright, resplendent banner, flashes brilliantly for a brief moment, and then starts to fade.
I hope you have fun with us. Let's continue our podcast and let's see the third act, the art of escapism.
Which brings us to the concept of travel. Summer is traditionally the season of migration. People catch a sudden wave of wanderlust, that deep, irresistible urge to break free from their geographic bounds and explore somewhere new.
T's true, but I'd argue that travel in summer isn't just about changing location, it's about changing state of mind. When you travel during the summer, you're seeking a specific kind of liberation. You want to shed your winter skin, wear lighter clothes, eat simpler food, and exist with less friction.
It's about simplicity, really. Sitting at a seaside cafe with a cold drink, watching boats bob on the water, conversing with strangers without any agenda. That kind of open-ended freedom is rare during the rest of the year.
And as the season winds down, as late August creeps in, there's a shift in tone. The frantic energy of midsummer gives way to something more pensive. The air gets a bit crisp in the early mornings, the leaves lose their deep shine, and we start looking forward to autumn. But there's always a lingering, bittersweet feeling as we bid farewell to the sun.
It's bittersweet because we know we have to wait another whole year to feel that exact kind of warmth again. But perhaps that's what makes it precious. If it were summer all year round, we'd stop noticing the light.
Well said, Marcus. The brevity is what creates the beauty.
And now, let's see the last act, outro, and after that we will see a list of vocabulary that you should learn it by heart to use it every day.
That brings us to the end of today's episode of the Deep Dive. We hope this conversation gave you a moment to pause, reflect, and appreciate whatever season you currently find yourself in.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to check out our episode notes. We've put together a comprehensive vocabulary guide with all the advanced words and expressions we used today, complete with definitions and examples so you can incorporate them into your own English vocabulary.
Until next time, take it slow, soak up the light, and keep learning.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.
The podcast is finished. Thanks for listening. I hope you have learned something, even one expression. Don't forget to share with us your opinion. And now, let's look at the vocabulary list. Let's go.
Effervescent, it's an adjective. It means a high-spirited, lively, or bubbly. Reverie, it's a noun. It means a state of being pleasantly lost in one's daydreams. Dappled, it's an adjective. It means a marked with patches of light and shadow. Petrichor, it's a noun. It means the pleasant, earthy scent of rain falling on dry soil. Halcyon, it's an adjective. It means denoting a past period of time that was idyllically happy and peaceful. Languid, it's a languid. It means a slow, relaxed, and unhurried in a peaceful way. Ephemeral, it's an adjective. It means a fleeting, lasting for a very short time.
Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I can't wait to catch up with you again soon. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.